What is up, everyone? My name is Nick, and I have something so special for you today. I finally got back to decorating Rihanna's Beverly Hills mansion. This house has been on my mind for so long because it is the most unique shape of a house that I have ever built. It's absolutely ginormous. Is that a word? I think I just made that up. Okay. It is huge. There are 3 levels. All of it is fully furnished, and I am so proud of how it turned out. I really went all out and wanted it to feel extremely luxurious and just sell a celebrity lives here kind of vibe. I hope that comes across. It definitely does in the price tag. So if you wanted to download this house on the Sims 4 gallery, it would cost you $474,071. So I recommend using cheats, free real estate on when you place it, and then it won't cost you anything. So then you can check it out and see all of the cool nooks and crannies of this house on your own. You can also search it on my user ID at NickLastGame, and the link is in the description too. So I really would love for you all to check this out. There's so much to explore. I think it would be the most fun house to play in. You can move in your favorite family or your favorite Sims and just go wild, host huge parties, gain all these skills. This house has everything. I spent so long trying to figure out the color palette and what exactly I wanted to use each space for, and I think that I did a really nice job. I rarely build really large houses, and if you are a returning viewer, one, thank you so much. Hi, you're the best. If you're new here, I usually separate interiors and exteriors for these really large builds, and this is one of the first ones that I'm getting back to for the interior. And what you saw there, I want to call that out because it's something I thought was a really great idea, and I implemented it in a lot of my builds ever since this one, because this one's taken a while. I added a shelf onto the wall that has a little plant and a tissue box. Isn't that a genius idea? Just to have that in every room. I was so proud of that. I thought that if you wanted to have a little tissue box in every space of your house, because in my mind, what you're doing is you're walking through this, giving a tour of your gigantic compound, and it could be emotional. Not many people are able to call a house like this their home and fully decorate it to their wildest dreams. So, you might need some tissues on your gigantic house tour. Look at what I'm building right now. It is a indoor nightclub / bar. I should say, I don't think Rihanna's house actually has all of these things inside, and I don't think it looks just like this. I was just really inspired. The exterior is a copy of Rihanna's house, as close as I could get it. And the entire exterior, I have a speed build on my channel already, and I'll link it below so that you can see that. It might be in the pinned comment, so check there. But if you want to see that, that is me following more closely what her house actually looks like. And for the interior, I wanted it to just exude the vibe of this mega rich pop star, superstar, global sensation, billionaire, beauty, mogul, whatever words you would use to describe Rihanna. Now I'm working on the movie theater, and this house, I put all the awards there because, I don't know, why not? If I was watching a movie in my movie theater that was this large in my guest house, which I'll touch on that in a sec, I would put all of my awards somewhere. And I actually have some of them scattered throughout. So I imagine that whoever lives here is a very, very well awarded individual. This is the guest house. I kind of built the house in a wacky order, but I hope you don't mind. This is the guest part of the property. There's a lot of game room kind of things, like the foosball table, and I think there's a card table or a game table. There's the Murphy bed that folds out and you can sleep there. So it doesn't actually look like a bedroom. It looks more like a game room, which was my intention. And on the second floor, up these stairs, is the gym. A private gym. There's a full bathroom down here, and there's a half bath, slash powder room, whatever you want to call it, with a really fancy toilet. But of course it would have to have a fancy toilet. You can kind of see it in the corner there. But I wanted this to be a really fun space for if you were chilling outside at the pool or at the multiple outdoor living spaces just in that middle area, that you could go in there, use the bathroom. There's an office space that's where the full bathroom downstairs is. So if you wanted to go probably shower after the gym, you'd go there. And you'll see it in the screenshots, and if you download the house, you'll be able to truly explore it, and it is so fun. I think you could spend a good 15-20 minutes even just looking at the house in build mode before trying to use it. This kitchen, nuts. I wanted to make the most absurd kitchen that I ever have, and I wanted it to have 2 double islands. I wanted it to have a lot of everything. I was inspired by Heather Dubrow's house, her newer one. She's a Real Housewife of Orange County, and she has a kitchen that is just, wow. Absolute dream kitchen. Her whole house is perfect, and I wanted this house to exude that level of opulence. So this kitchen, I think, perfectly does it. There's just infinite space to cook, to host, to entertain, to dine. There's this entire balcony space out front, which I decorated in the exterior part of the video a few months ago. And I mean, you could fit so many people in this house, and that's just awesome to me. I love it. And I hope you do too. I hope you see all these fun little touches and are inspired to maybe build a mansion of your own, because that's tough. Trust me, I know. I avoid decorating them for that reason. This I knew was going to take forever, and I wanted to do it justice. I repeated a lot of objects, I think, throughout the house, and I don't think that that's a problem. I don't think everything needs to be unique, because when you go and find things, especially in a game like this, I'm not using any custom content, so I'm limited in the giant mirrors that I have, and the rugs, and decor items, and I was able to use them in different ways that I don't think immediately reads as, you use that everywhere, you know? So, if you build a big house, don't be afraid to reuse some items. Don't be afraid to play with the rooms in really unique ways. Like, this is a transitory dining space. I pictured that you could kind of have kids do homework there. There's a lot of bedrooms. I didn't decorate any of them particularly for children or teenagers, but you could easily move a kid or a teen in there. But I thought that could be a really cool homework space. And look at this table. It is custom. I built it myself. It's huge. There's this like end table piece in the middle that just holds really nice floral arrangements. I wanted to put this mirror on the wall because there was no windows on that side, and I like that. It's really open on the other two. You could totally take down those windows or take down those mirrors and add windows if you would prefer that. But I thought that this gave it a really sleek, elevated energy. And that turquoise teal poster there, I think it's way too realistic for the game. I don't think it really fits in well with a lot of the other art style, with the other objects and their art styles, but I used it there because I thought that that room just looked a little bit realistic in all of my furniture choices. Something I've heard other people on YouTube mention before is that the textures of the items in the game have just improved so much over time that the older things don't really look as nice always because of that kind of discrepancy with the game just figuring out how much detail they can put into things. And even now, some of the items that they have aren't always the highest quality. I love them. That's no shade to the sim gurus and the people who make the game. I love this game. I've bought literally every single pack for it, so I'm a loyal customer. Some of the items are lower quality than others, and that's okay. I would love for them to be all higher quality, but I'm not whining. Just an observation. Here's like a recording studio. We're already on the second floor. I kind of got distracted there. My apologies. We're working on one of the bedrooms, and all the bedrooms are so great. This isn't the primary. The primary suite is all white, and it's the one that I believe I built last. But you could make any of these a primary suite just based on how big they are. You could also split them up into separate rooms, or you could change them into any other type of room that you would want, because there's just so much space, and that's fun. You know, I don't do this often. I don't get to load up all of these bedrooms with all the gizmos and gadgets and extra tables and dressers and balconies. This room in particular has this entire balcony space outside to itself. I don't know. In my head, the house is older and it's been expanded upon time and time again, and it's totally irrecognizable from what it's had before. But that's why some pieces of it are a bit older looking and less modern than others. And some might be playing into that kind of older roots of the house. I imagine the guest house was probably a later add, and that kind of section of the living space. And the guest house is disconnected from the main house in appearance, but it isn't actually. There was a secret bookcase door in the bar that leads you to the game room, which leads you to the movie theater, which leads you to the office. The house is like this really cool network of rooms, and that's why I think it's so fun to explore, because you get to see how everything connects. And I wanted it to be something that if you lived in it, you would easily be able to get to all these different things. Every room would have a bathroom close to it for the bedrooms, and you know, everything like that. The kitchen is a little bit far from a bathroom. You could walk across the landing or the main foyer of the house, and there's the coat closet and the bathroom that goes with the living room. You could also go down to the basement and use that full bathroom down there. Sorry, stuttered a little bit. Which I didn't even show in here because this build would have been way too long, but it should be in the screenshots, and again, if you download it, you'll be able to find it. This is a primary suite. I've gotten so distracted. This house is so big, forgive me, but I love it. The closet is absolutely to die for. It has an amazing view of the entire backyard. The bathroom is certainly the nicest in the house. It's also done off camera, and you can find that in the screenshots, but it is totally worth sticking around for. Every single inch of this house is just decorated to the best of my ability, and yeah, I think it's really cool. And I'm so glad if you made it this far in the video, because this has been a long one, and especially all just dedicated to an interior. I hope that you've been able to take inspiration for things that you can include in your mansions, because they're fun. I'm totally inspired to keep decorating. This is just about the end of the video. It's the gem. It has this brown color scheme, but it stays pretty modern, and I think it's really cool. I would love to work out there. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment if there's something you would like me to build, or what you think of this build. There's screenshots coming up in just a few. I hope you have an amazing day, weekend, week, month, everything. See ya.